Dear students, welcome to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University video lesson on programming with C and C++ for UG third semester students of computer application. Dear students, welcome to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University video lesson on programming with C and C++ for UG third semester students of computer applications. Today we are going to discuss Unit 7 Arrays. Before learning arrays, think about this. Suppose you want to store 5 students' marks without arrays, we will write like int mark 1, mark 2, mark 3, mark 4, mark 5. So, this is difficulty to write and manage. Instead of this, we can write like int mark of 5. See, now all 5 marks stored in one variable. This is called an array. So the definition of array is: an array is a collection of elements of same data type stored in contiguous memory location and accessed using an index. See, I will explain now each and every line. So here array is a collection of elements. Collection means one group. Here we have 5 values: 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So these 5 are numbers. So this is one collection. So collection means group. And coming to the second line, same data type. Same data type means array can only store similar data values. So an array stores only one type of data. Here first example is int mark of 5. This array stores only integers. And another example is float salary of 10. So this array only stores float values, and we cannot mix different data types like 10, 20, hello, 30. So array can store only same data type. And coming to the third point, stored in contiguous memory. Stored in contiguous memory is nothing but, see, one after another storing data. Look at the picture. Here 5 houses are there in a straight line side by side. House 1, house 2, house 3, house 4, house 5. There is no gap. So similarly all elements are stored continuously in memory is nothing but contiguous memory location. I am coming to the fourth one, access using an index. So we cannot directly access all value. So we access them using index numbers. So access using index numbers are nothing but, here the index value starts from 0. Suppose mark of 0 will gives the first value and mark of 1 will give the second value. So this is the definition of the array. So array is nothing but a collection of elements of same data type stored in contiguous memory location and accessed using an index. So characteristics of array. First characteristics is stored similar data. So array can store only similar data. For example, here 5 integer values are there, 5 numbers are there. So all numbers are here integers. So only one array can store similar data type. Coming to the fixed size, second characteristic is fixed size. Fixed size is nothing but once we declare the array, so for example like int mark of 5, the size of the array is 5. We cannot store 7 values, 8 values like that. So once declare the value, it takes only particular size. The size of the array is always fixed. Coming to the third one, contiguous memory allocation. So each and every value stores continuously in the memory side by side. So this is third characteristic. Coming to the fourth one, faster access. For example, if I want to search mark of 0 or mark of 5, so the particular element is directly goes to the sixth value. So mark of 5 is nothing but 6th value. So here no need to search one by one. So the fourth characteristic of array is faster access. So fifth one is index starts from 0. See, all values in memory in array starts from 0 only. Here look at this. Here the size of the first value, the index value of the first value is here 0. So these all are characteristics of an array. Coming to the memory representation, this is the representation of memory in the array of 5 values. So in the memory values are stored like this. So contiguous memory allocation 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So this is the an array. These all are the index values. So each and every array index value must be 0. These all are the address values. So this is all about the array introduction. So an array stores multiple values. All values must have the same data type. Array elements are stored in contiguous memory. Arrays are accessed using indexes. So index values starts from 0. Arrays provide faster access to the data. So the next one is declaration of an array. So here the definition: an array is a declared to specified data type of elements, the name of the array and number of elements it can store. See, look at the syntax. Here 3 parts are there. First part is data type, second part is array name, third part is array size. See here, for coming to the first part, data type. So this tells us computer what kind of data will be stored inside the array. For example, here look at this example. Here first one is int, means in that particular array the data type is int only, means that array can only stores integer values. If we declare like float, that array only can stores float value. If we declare like char, that array can only stores characters. So coming to the second part, array name. Now this simply name of the an array. Array name is nothing but name of the array. Just like peoples have names, variables also have names. So arrays also need some names. So here in the example, int number, here number is the array name, means here only we are storing numbers, integer numbers. So a good name helps us understand the program easily. Here we are storing number values, those are integers, that's why we given numbers. So name can change, this name can be anything meaningful. And coming to the third part, this tells us how many elements the array can store. So means that array can stores, here example int number 5, this array can stores only 5 values, means that, so for example here the value is 10, this int number 10, this array can only stores 10 values. So look at the here we declared 5 size of the array. So in the memory it stores like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here 0 is nothing but first value, second 1 is nothing but second value. So 3 is nothing, 2 is nothing but third element, 4 is nothing but fifth element. The total number of indexes is still 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So but the here index value starts from 0. So this is all about the declaration of the an array. In the previous topic we learned how to declare an array. So now we will learn how to store values inside an array. This process is called array initialization. So initialization means giving values to the array elements. So here there are 5 methods to initialize an array. So first method is initialize during the declaration. This means we declare the array and gives values at the same time. So look at the example, int number of 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50 means the array stores only integer values, those are 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So means the array can stores only 5 elements. The first value is 10, second value is 20, third one is 30, so fifth one is 50. This is called initialization during declaration. And coming to the second method, compiler determines size. So look at the example, int number of empty equals to 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So sometimes we do not mention the array size also. So there is no number inside the square brackets. The brackets are empty here. So even though we did not write the size, so the program works correctly. Yes. Why? Because the compiler counts the number of values inside the curly braces. So here these are 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So the compiler automatically create the array of size 5. So we do not have to count manually. This makes the program shorter and easier to write. So this is the second method. Coming to the third method, partial initialization. Look at the example, int number of 5 equals to 10 and 20. So we are giving only some values, some elements here, 10 and 20. So what happened to the remaining 3 elements? So the answer is simple. The remaining elements automatically becomes 0. So now the array will become 10, 20, 0, 0 and 0. See, coming to the method 4, initialize with 0. See, initialize with 0 means here int number of 5 is equals to 0. So maybe everyone thinks this is not correct. So the compiler initialize every element to 0 means here the size of the array is 5. So 5 places here 0, 0, 0, 0. So this is the easiest method to create an array filled with 0. So finally here the method 1 declares the array and gives all values together, and method 2 leave the size of the empty and the compiler calculate it automatically. And coming to the method 3, give only few values, the remaining elements automatically become 0. Coming to the method 4, write 0 here. Write 0 means to initialize all elements to 0. So in the previous slide we learned how to declare an array and how to initialize it. So now we will see how to access an array elements in C. So first look at the syntax. Here array name and size of the array. So here this is the general syntax used to access an array element. So the first part is array name. This is the name of the array, and the second part is the index, tells the computer which element want to can access. So accessing array syntax is array name and index. So first part is array name, second part is index value. So let us discuss this example. See here the example. See, hash include stdio.h means, so the standard input output library. The first line is here standard input output library. So here two functions are there. One is print is there here. So these is available because of the header file. So compiler will not recognize. So without this line, this stdio.h, compiler will not recognize the printf function. So look at the next line. So int main. So every C program starts executing from the main function. So the computer first enters this function and then execute the statement one by one. So this is the left flower braces. So this is the opening brace of the beginning of the this main function. So coming to the array declaration here, int marks of 5 equals to 70, 80, 90, 85, 95. Here the size of the array is 5. So all values are here integers. So for these 5 values, assigned index values are for 70 0, for 81 92, 3, 3 for 85, 4 for 95. Finally we are printing, look at the print statement, printf mark of 0. Here mark of 0, this 0 is the index value, and next printf statement mark of 2. Here mark of 2 is the second index value. So output, the statement prints the value stores at the index 0 and at the index 2. So here we are not using directly values like here the 0th index is 7 and second index is 90. So here we are not directly, just we are using index value. So look at the return statement. This statement tells operating system that the program executed successfully. So the return 0 value. So finally we are closing braces. So this is the example code for the program for the accessing array elements in C. So the output is 70 and 90. Why? Because here the index 0 is 70 and index 2 is 90. So how it access works generally? So in memory, 5 values are stored like this. Contiguous memory, they are storing 70, 80, 90, 85 and 95. So here the index value is 0 is 70 and 1 is 80, 2 is 90, like that. Here we are printing the statement mark of 0. Mark of 0 is 70 and mark of 2 is 90. So the computer gives us directly mark of 20, mark of 2 is 90. So another part is modifying elements. Now let us change an element. So look at this, mark of 1 is generally here the mark of 1 is 100. So the value at index 1 is generally 80. Now we assign here new value which is 100. So the new value 100 replaced with the old value. The previous value is lost. Only the new value will remain. So this process is called modifying, updating an array. So this array becomes now at index 1 100. So why? Because we modified that index 1 value to 100. So this is all about accessing array elements in C. So first we need to declare some values in the program. So just finally we modify some value with another one. So modifying updated value only remains, previous value is lost. So this is all about accessing array elements in C. Now in this slide we will discuss how to use loops in arrays. So when an array contains many elements, writing a separate statement for every element is not a good idea. A loop helps us process all the elements automatically. Now let us understand each part of the slide. Instead of writing, first part is here, instead of writing here 3 print functions are there, 3 statements are there. Each statements declares here mark 0, mark 1, mark 2. Here 3 statements are there. Mark 1, mark 0 for first value, mark 1 for second statement, mark 3 for mark 2 for third statement. So why this method is not preferred? Imagine that array has 100 statements or 100 elements. Do we write 100 print functions? So it takes a lot of time. This program becomes very long, and if it is difficulty to read and modify, so in this first step, writing each element separately is time consuming and not efficient. So instead of writing all statements, we are using loops. So here why using loops is preferable. So let us discuss this example. First look at this example. Hash include stdio.h means this line includes standard input and output library. It allows to use print function and scan function. And next one is main function, int main function here. So every C programming starts executing from main function only and opening braces. So this is the beginning of the program. And next one is array declaration. Here int markup 5, here int is the data type, mark is the name of the an array, and 5 is the size of the array. So equals to all values. So here and next step is for loop. For of int I is equals to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. See, so without writing all print statements, we are using for loop. This is the best idea. So here first we declared that variable must be integer. Here int I is equals to 0. Here I is equals to 0 is nothing but here the index value starts from 0. I less than 5 means the size of the index is 5. If more than 5, so that will be false. Coming to the I plus plus, each step after completion of each iteration, the value must be increased to 1. And again open braces for loop. Here we are printing I value. So first I is equals to 0, mark of 0. Mark of 0 is nothing but index of 0. So index of 0 value is 70. First printing 70, and finally like that till I value is equals to 5. So finally return value is 0 and closing the main method. So first step, if the I value is 0, first value is 70. If the I value is 1, so second value is 80. I value is 3, I value is 2, third value is 90. I value is 3, fourth value is 85. I value is 4, fifth value is 95. Here index size is 5, last index value is 4. If the I value is 5, so the condition will be false. So how the loop will works like this: 0, these all are index values, these all are elements. So here reading values into array for stdio.h using scanner for each and every step, mark of 0, mark of 1, mark of 2, mark of 3, mark of 4. So each and every step for reading values into array using scanner. And coming to the printing the values, here using print function. So if the mark of 0 is if the I value is 0, so mark of 0 is 70, mark of 1 is 80. Like this each and every statement is printing. So here writing separate, so finally writing separate printf statement for each element is not efficient. So for loop is the preferred way to work with an arrays. The loop variable, here the loop variable I starts from 0 because array starts from 0. The loop continues while I less than 5. So it's process all 5 elements. So we are using printf. So print every element one by one. So here we are using scanner also, scanner function also. It reads the values from the user and stores them in the an array. So using loops makes program shorter, easier to read and more efficient. In this slide we are going to discuss advantages of an array. So first advantage is stores multiple values using one variable. So till now we discussed it so many times. So array can store multiple values at one variable. So here look at the example. Here the size of this array is 5. It stores at a time 5 values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So this is the one of the important advantage. So array can store multiple values using one variable. And coming to the second advantage, easy to process large data. See, based on the index value we can easily process large data. So it don't waste time then. Coming to the third one, reduce codes. So reduce codes is nothing but, so always we don't want to declare all the variables by using for loops, so we can reduce the code also. And coming to the fourth one, easy to use with loops. So this one is also similarly like, so by using loops we can reduce the code. So last one is faster data access. So by using index values we can access data fastly. So these all are the advantages of the an array. Thank you.